Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to Allotment of the Dead. So I've taken some time this morning just to sort out the channels a little bit more around the outside of the polytunnel, and late yesterday afternoon I went along and I've taken some sandpaper to all of the arches just to make sure that they're relatively clean for the new hotspot tape. So people sometimes forget this tape when they put up a polytunnel, but it's one of the massively important things to do when you're actually putting up together any metal, especially any metal polytunnel. Reason being is because everywhere where the plastic of your cover will touch will potentially be hot if it's metal. So what this does is it's kind of bright white, it's foam, and it protects the your cover from your metal bars. It also has that added ability to make actually putting your cover over in the first place a lot easier as well. It actually lubricates the surface as the cover goes over. So twofold really as to why we do it, and it's one of those things that, say, if you miss it out, then potentially you're giving yourself a potential problem further down the line. So what we'll do now is put the new cover hot tape over the bars, just to make sure that we've got everything covered. So okay, we'll start at the end of basically where it connects to this kind of central pole. So we need to cover that area and go over the top, making sure that it's nicely stuck as we go. Okay, then everywhere where there's an end point, where there's potentially another sharp edge, you need to make sure that's covered as well. Right, I'll get on and cover the rest up, and I'll get back to you shortly. Okay, so I've managed to cover all of the hoops. Oh, it looks like some of them are a bit... There we go. Just push it down a bit more. There we go. So all of the hoops are covered. So just time to put the cover over. How bad could it be? Just seem a bit windy, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, that was a bit harder than I thought it was going to be. I'm on my own today. My wife has basically got so many other things, unfortunately, she's had to do today. So I could have waited. I could have said, okay, we'll wait till 5 o'clock, we'll get it on then. Or I could do what I've just done now and just stick it on myself. And that's what I've done. So have a look at how it stands at the moment. So there's a couple of bits and pieces we need to finish off, but have a look. Okay, the cover is on. It doesn't seem to me as if it's just quite a good a quality as the last one I had in terms of the feel of it. Maybe just because it's white, I don't know. White maybe might need to take some getting used to. I've still got to bury the skirt. In terms of the actual pulling it tight, that is literally going to be on the skirt this time completely, because there's no ties on the inside on the bottom for this particular cover. Not usual thing. It's something that most of them will have, but this time seemingly it's just literally the skirt and covering the skirt. So we'll have a look inside. So again, all the areas where the skirt is in contact. So the ends, there's some ties which I've tied in, but all around this kind of bottom area, there's absolutely nothing there in terms of anything to attach it to that bottom rail. So I don't think it'll be a problem, because the weight of the soil outside will definitely keep this on. Just means I've got to try and pull it a lot tighter first before I shovel the soil over it. It's already feeling quite warm in here, so that's quite good. And again, the only difference between the last cover and this cover is this presence of a door, which unfortunately on polytunnels, a zip door is always a fail point. It's something that will go, it's always one of the first things to go, which is why whenever I recommend buying a polytunnel to anybody, if they're going to get something like this, I always say, okay, go for one that is has got an actual door that opens, that looks like a door, because again, you've got more chance potentially of that being something that will last a lot longer. So what I'm planning on doing with this one, I'm not going to use this door as a door. I'm going to basically cover the skirt as I would anything else. There is a skirt on the door as well, so I'm going to cover that as well. And then I will seal both of those zips, both sides, with some Gorilla tape, just to make sure that as a fail point, it's not going to act as a fail point. So kind of that's where we are with it. So as you can see, I need to pull it a little bit tighter still before I start putting the soil on. But I'm going to fill probably from the path side first, because there's a little bit less soil there to play with, and then pull it tight on the other side with the soil on that side. This gives you a lot more chance of doing something on that side. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's completely finished. I'm still in two minds whether to put the green door back on it or whether I actually put the new door covering on it, and so it makes it a white door. I don't know. There's a little bit of me that's going, leave the green door, that might be fun, but I'll probably end up with the white one on, so we'll see how that goes. So I'll get back to you shortly once I've covered the skirt, and we'll go from there. Okay, so that's the polytunnel all put up. Ended up with a white door in the end. I thought if I'm going to change it, I might as well change it all. So this one is all set up, ready for the new season. All the skirts covered on the outside. All of the soil has been raked back into position on the inside as well. So we are raring to go. I think I might put a few more bits of things like chicken manure and stuff in here, just to give it a little bit more of a feed before I start planting anything in here. Over the coming days, I will be setting up the 2 grow stations that I bought in here in an effort to see if I can actually bring some of the seedlings and young plants down a little bit earlier. I'm trying to, in effect, beat the frost. We are still potentially going to get frost up until probably the 1st or 2nd week of May here. I know in the past I've brought stuff down and it's caught me by surprise. So with this, I'm hoping that I can actually set something up that will enable me to keep the inside of this at least a little bit warmer than potentially outside. If I can get 5-6 degrees, enough to keep the plants okay, then hopefully I can beat that frost. So I'll set that up over the coming days, and I'll show you kind of what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and we'll go from there really. So Polytunnel one up. All the best, guys. Take care. Bye bye.